Assalamu alaikum. How are you, my dear students? Today lesson is lesson 2-4 for grade 6. Solve multiplication and division equation. Our objective will be today students should be able to solve multiplication and division equations by using reverse operation or inverse relationships. What we mean by inverse relationships? We mean you have to use the opposite operations. Of course, the opposite operation of multiplication is division, and the opposite operation of addition is subtraction, as we have mentioned in the previous lesson. But in today's lesson, we will focus on multiplication and division equations. Here we start. Here we have equation 3x equals 45. This is multiplication equation. So to solve it, we need to use the opposite operation of multiplication, which is division. What we do? Define the variable before you write and solve an equation. This is the variable. The variable here is x. So x is multiplied by 3. So to undo multiplication, I need to divide. I divide both sides by 3 to let the variable alone. If you divide both sides by 3 here, the division will undo the multiplication. So in the first side we will just have x, and the second side we will have 45 divided 3 equals 15. So x equals 15. To check our answer, we need to substitute 15 for x in the original equation. As you can see here, we need to use inverse operation. So if we substitute x for 15, 3 multiply 15 equals 45. So our solution is correct. Another example, but here we will use division equation, and the inverse operation is multiplication. So the original equation, n divided 2 equals 40. We need to multiply both sides by 2 to let the variable n alone, because multiplication will undo the division. So n will stay alone, and here the other side, 40 multiplied 2 equals 80. Here we have some questions. I hope of you to stop or pause the video for 5 minutes and try questions from 1 to 7. Welcome back. Now, after you tried questions from 1 to 7, let me try to solve it with you, or to solve them with you. Which property of equality would you use to solve the equation 8n equals 16? Of course, this is a multiplication equation. We directly use what we call division. We use division property to get the variable alone, because division undo multiplication. How can you check that your answer is correct? Of course, I can check by substituting the answer or the solution, which is 8n divide 16. We divide both sides by 8. We get n equals 2, because 16 divided 8 equals 2. So if you substitute n by 2, 8 multiplied 2 equals 16. Which property of equality would you use to solve the equation a divided 9 equals 2? Of course, it's division equation, so we multiply both sides by 9 to get the variable alone, and we get the value of the variable. In the question 4 and 5, we need to explain how to solve it. We don't need to solve the equation, but we need to explain how to solve it. 18m equals 36. We divide both sides by 18 because it's multiplication. t divided 3 equals 10. We need to multiply both sides by 3 to get the variable alone. Now in number 6 and number 7, we need to use the inverse operation. In number 6, 2y equals 12. then we divide both sides by 2, so 2y equals 12. We divide both sides by 2. 2y divide 2 equals y, because division will undo multiplication. On the other side, 12 divide y equals 6. That's y equals 6. To check our answer, we substitute y by 6. 2 multiply 6 equals 12. In the second, number 7, a divide 5 equals 22. So we need to multiply both sides by 5. We use the opposite operation. So multiplication will undo the division. So a equals 22 multiply 5 equals 110. By this, we come to the end of our video. I hope it's beneficial for you. Thank you very much.